Okay, so it is Sunday Fun Day. Everybody knows. I'm Jory Goodman from the Time Teller channel here for Wolf Watch Club. You know that when I show up on screen, it means very good things because one of you guys, hopefully not Mark Martin, is going to go home with a very cool, very expensive watch. Now, here's the thing. This is very strange and exciting because normally when I do my song and dance here, I'm like, you guys gotta go. You guys gotta go now. You guys gotta go now. But there's like, maybe 100 or so tickets left. You guys really have to get the F over there now because there's 23 tickets left for this watch. So if you were on the fence at all, or like wondering if you should, I'm like not BSing here, okay? This thing is going to go. I'm refreshing, 95% sold out. Okay, so if you were maybe wondering like, I might get a ticket, blah, blah, blah. Like your options, they're fading fast, right? Now the odds are good because there weren't many tickets to begin with, but we look at the leaderboards. LT from Newport Richie, 35. DO from Peoria, 30 tickets. GL from Simi Valley, 25. So, like, there are people that have won very expensive watches here at Wolf Watch Club with one ticket. So you don't need to be those knuckleheads. You can just get one ticket. And you might go home with something crazy. But that's all I'll say. Like, guys, let's go. Can you hear the sense of urgency in my voice? Now, speaking of sense of urgency, there's someone that I want to talk to. Mike, who won last week. He won that green, the Evergreen OP. We have Scramble North. We have Rebecca in the chat. She says, I'm feeling lucky. Let's go. Scramble North says, pick me, pick me. Now, I am legally obligated to say Wolf Watch Club does not decide the winner. I do not decide the winner. It is all genuinely randomized by randomdraws.com. This entity, I have to do a little spiel. This is what we do. YouTube has their own rules about these things, so I have to make it very clear. Okay, so now that we are here, I do want to talk to last week's winner, Mike. Very cool guy. As I refresh the page, I'm going to ask him what he actually thought of, the whole shebang from start to finish. Him entering and him winning the watch. Let's see.
Hello.
What is going on, dude? It is Jory Goodman for Wolf Watch Club. How are you?
Hey, Jory. How you doing tonight?
Okay, so who are you and why am I talking to you?
Man, last night I had an awesome Sunday. Last Sunday I bought 10 tickets about an hour before the draw, and I'm sitting there watching it, and son of a gun, I won a green OP.
So, okay, so we are just going to, go in here swinging. You said you bought 10 tickets. How much did you spend for that green Rolex OP, the entries total?
$340.
Okay. So,
and I had looked at it on the gray market. It was over 12. It's like, oh, my God.
So it was a bit of a value proposition there.
Yeah, I came out on top on that.
Right. Okay, so you bought about 10 tickets. You spent about 300 or so bucks, a little bit above 300 bucks. And you ended up winning a watch that was, that regularly lists around $12K.
Correct.
That's insane. So right now, I don't know if you're watching the live, Mike. They are doing a few different watches. They are up for grabs, guys. Not one, not two, but three. There's a Tudor GMT Pepsi. This is the Black Bay GMT that is up for grabs today. And then also the Stealth PRX, also known as the PRX Carbon, that is going on just under 4 days. A winner will be revealed for that with 58% sold. Also 58% sold on the Rolex GMT Batgirl. Again, guys, this is not necessarily a girl's watch. It's the same size as the Batman. This designation just means it has the Jubilee with a little bit of an upgraded movement, and that separates it from the Batman, which is the Oyster bracelet, blue and black. Anyway, back to you. So, where did you learn about Wolf Watch Club?
Well, Jory, I'm a subscriber to your channel, The Time Teller, and one night I was watching it, I don't know, probably June, July, and you were talking about the Wolf Watch Club, and I said, that looks pretty cool. So I could just buy a few tickets and have a shot at a great watch. So I went on it the next day and ended up, I probably participated in at least 10 of the draws.
Right. Oh. We lost you, Mike.
No, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Got you. Yep, now I can hear you. So you said that you participated in about 10 or so of the draws, you said?
That's correct.
Awesome. And so, okay, so you chopped up a little bit, and I think the people at home probably didn't hear you because I had trouble. So, okay, you learned about Wolf Watch Club from my channel. I'm honored. You participated in about 10 or so of these draws. What brought you, though, like why Wolf Watch Club over some of these other online entities that do similar things?
Really, it was you. It was your channel. I had a lot of confidence in the Time Teller channel, and with that endorsement, it made me real comfortable with Wolf Watch.
I appreciate that. So, which watch? I mean, again, because you participated in about 10 of these competitions. It's funny though, because it's been Rolex after Rolex after Rolex, and each one has had a little bit of a tasteful splash of green. Is the watch you won the one you really wanted? You can be honest with me.
Absolutely. Yeah. The Friday before, so the draw was last Sunday. So that Friday before, I was visiting my sales rep, Roger, over at Zaddix in Austin, and we were going over my wish list of what I wanted. And the Rolex Green OP, this exact watch, I had put on my list 2 days before. And so you can only believe how excited I was. I expected to wait 6 months plus to even have a shot at one through the dealer, and being able to win it 2 days later, I was pretty excited.
And if you don't mind me asking, I'm not trying to put any sales associate on blast, but what were the numbers offered to you on that same watch that you ended up winning?
Well, I have not been offered the watch yet through the dealer.
Okay.
I was at the dealer, and we were just discussing, hey, what is my wish list watches? And the Green OP was one.
Okay. Well, I can tell you, just as like the Time Teller, this thing regularly lists for around $12K. So, again, him spending money on how many tickets did you say?
I bought 10 tickets.
Okay, so him spending about $300 and something on 10 tickets and getting a 12K watch, that's pretty damn good. So once you put your tickets in, what was the process like? Like, how did you hear that you won, and then what happened? What did you have to do?
I was watching the live stream, so I saw my name get called and started screaming and yelling at the room. I won the lottery. My wife walks in, and she thinks I won the Texas lottery.
Right.
And so I let her know, I won the Rolex lottery. And so we had a fun laugh about that. And then the next day I get a email from Wolf Watch. We get on the phone, we talk about it. I had the watch delivered to me at a FedEx drop-off center on Wednesday, so it came pretty quick.
Dang.
And went and got it sized. I have it on right now.
That is so awesome. So it's not like you had to jump through hoops or anything.
Oh, not at all. Everybody at Wolf really made it easy.
So, okay, this is like, again, we try to make sure, and this is kind of what I have fun doing here during these live streams. I would not be here. I have much more followers than Wolf Watch Club. And this isn't me bragging, Wolves. Okay, everybody at Wolf Watch Club. I'm too sick to even pat myself on the back, but it's not like I need them to help promote me, right? So I wouldn't be here with my brand or my likeness if I didn't believe in Wolf Watch Club. Now, I think it's very, very cool because this seems to be an entity that is making watches that are quite expensive very accessible to the general watch enthusiast, Mike being one of them. But one thing that I have a lot of fun in is talking to these people and letting you know that it's not just a hunch that Wolf Watch Club is all above board. It's like week after week after week we speak to these winners and we see and hear that they're real people. So Mike, I have to ask you, it's not like you secretly work for Wolf Watch Club or something, right?
No, that I don't.
A genuine chuckle there. So, okay, what would you tell to someone? Because we're let me refresh the page here. We are 21 tickets, guys. Only 21 tickets. I have not seen one sell out totally on Sunday. I want to see a Sunday one sell out. I've seen some of the midweek ones sell out, but come on, why can't the time teller have one sell out? Guys, come to bat for me. So okay, what would you tell to the people at home that are maybe on the fence about entering one of these?
Well, it was extremely exciting. It's a way to get one of your aspirational watches at a if you win at a severely reduced price. Mm-hmm. I'm so excited. I've got my tickets in for the Pepsi tonight, and I've got my tickets in for the Batgirl.
Okay,
and
so
I'm
two.
hoping to be the next Mark Martin. That's my goal for the end of the year.
Oh gosh, you know what? This actually doesn't even bother me at this point. I'm actually stoked that someone's coming up to bat, willing to fight fire with fire here, because we have Mark Martin in the chat, just talking his jaw off here. He says, I want to find his first comment. Mark Martin, who has two thumbs and is going to have everyone rooting against him? This guy. Yeah, exactly. Mark Martin. You got this, Bradford. My ticket count is very low, maybe 5. Okay, so Mark Martin's still in it, but he may not be in it to win it. I mean, anytime Mark shows up, he's in it to win it, let's be honest, guys. And again, all you need is one ticket to be in it. So, like, there's been multiple winners that have been in it to win it with one ticket. Okay, so Gabriel, by the way, Gabriel Cruz, he's crushing it, doing content, doing interviews. Mike, I don't know if he's reached out to you yet, but I'm sure if you want to talk to Gabriel, he'd be happy to talk your ear off and make some content with you. Gabriel is crushing it on the Wolf Watch side, talking to prior winners. And Mark says, let me see, Mark Martin. Actually, Mark Martin has been very, I guess, nice to other challengers this year. That's weird. Usually, I don't know. Is Mark scared? You're not scared, are you, Mark Martin? Because I think now that he heard that there's Mike here, another M, Mark Martin might be. Wait. Mike, what's your last name?
It's McCown, so MM.
There's 2 MMs in the chat, in the fight. Now we're not going to know which MM is on the top of the leaderboards when one shows up. But, Mike, you are in it for the Tudor and the Batgirl, correct?
That's correct.
Dang. Who would have thunk? And I may just read your names. I may just read your name again in the runners-up, right?
I am sure hoping.
So this is another really cool thing that Wolf Watch Club does that I think sets them apart from other entities in this kind of circuit. You know, Wolf Watch Club, not only are they not a nameless, faceless entity, they also don't just give away a watch and say, ta-ta. They also kind of give back to the people who have supported them by doing runners up, and that's what I set up kind of while I'm doing the whole beeps and boops over on randomdraws.com. So Mark Martin didn't win a watch last week. Mike did, but Mark Martin won like $60 in credit for the runners up rewards. So I think that's pretty cool. Now, Bradford Steele, again, the gentleman with an adult film name, very cool. Congratulations. He says, Mark is a great guy and a true gentleman. That's hey, I joke around, but Mark Martin is very, very cool. Also, shout out TikTok with Doc. That's his Instagram handle. He makes some content over there. But every person that I've spoken to, Mike, yourself included, have been very cool. And, I've said this before. I'm going to let you guess. What do you, Mike, and Mark, and every other person that I've spoken to, what do you guys have in common?
Took a chance and bought a ticket.
That's true. That's true. But there's one other thing. Can you guess?
We won?
I guess that's true too, but I guess what I'm trying to get at is all of you guys are normal. Like every dude that I've spoken to here, because I don't know if you know this, Mike, but I have spoken to, I believe, 1 or 2 people who have competed but not won. And so every person that's part of the Wolf Pack, and by being part of the Wolf Pack, I'm talking about everyone here watching this. You guys are part of the Wolf Pack. But every person that's competed, every person that's won that I've had the pleasure of speaking to, have been incredibly like normal, genuine individuals who just like watches. And I wouldn't be a part of this if that wasn't the case. And I definitely wouldn't be doing business or interacting with Wolf Watch Club if they were some weirdos outside of just being kind of wonky watch collectors. Now, Lenny Lamb asks a very good question. He says, are we normal though? And the truth is, I think all of us have a very big deficit where we are part of a terrible, addictive, life-ruining hobby, which is watch collecting now. I've told all of you guys, shout out Time Teller channel, don't start watch collecting. If you haven't already, don't start. However, if you know someone in your family or you know someone in your friend group that is a watch enthusiast, why not share a link and get them involved as well. There's only 18 tickets left, guys. Under 20 tickets. Under 20 tickets! So, okay, what do you think realistically is going to happen tonight? What do you think? I'm Mike. I'm asking you as a winner for a play-by-play.
And I've got my fingers crossed that I'm going home with that Pepsi tonight. That will be sweet.
We have another M&M champion, hopefully a dynasty on the loose. Wolf Watch Club commented, life ruining. Hey, if you've watched the Time Teller channel for any length of time, you would know. Being a true orologist is soul crushing. It is you are chasing the unicorn, because once you get a watch, you love it, and then immediately you're like, okay, what's next? And then you go after the next watch, and then you go after the next watch, and then you go after the next one. Now, what's very fun is you have entities like Wolf Watch Club, which allow you to potentially go home with these very cool, very expensive watches, and you don't have to have the huge financial ding that actually shelling out money at your local AD would be. Also, you don't have to play the stupid runaround chain yanking that the ADs have you do. But yeah, how long would you say you've been in the watch world, Mike?
You know, I've always loved watches since I was a little kid, but I probably went down the rabbit hole of YouTube channels probably 2 years ago.
Yep.
And I don't even watch regular TV now. I watch 2 to 3 hours of watches every night. It's getting ridiculous.
Dude, I'm telling you, man.
I'm so far down the rabbit hole.
I'm telling you. It's insane because watches specifically, people are like, oh, it's no different than any other hobby. No, it's very different. Because watches are so freaking nuanced. And there's so many different facets. Like, literally, to make a watch, it's hundreds of little itty-bitty parts all working in unison to tell you a very accurate detail, right? And they've been around for so long at this point, and there's so many of them, and there's so many nuanced variations that for someone who is like an info freak, like just a nerd, you can really get sucked into it. And I think that's actually one of the most rewarding parts about watch collecting other than the sentimental kind of facet. And I think when it comes to a watch that you now have in your collection, Mike, that kind of sentimental attachment and story, I think you have a watch that's just immediately imprinted with a crazy, crazy story. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I love the story associated with this, and I will never give this watch away or sell it. It's part of my collection forever.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. And it's so funny because these watches would be cool just on their own. I say this every week. When I started promoting Wolf Watch Club, initially these draws I did on the Time Teller channel. And in the comments, there would be people that are probably apprehensive about joining. Maybe they were trolls. But they would be like, oh, I hope I win and I will just sell the watch and just make thousands of dollars. Yeah, you could immediately flip one of these watches. I don't think Wolf Watch Club cares. Right? Like you bought your ticket, you won the watch, congratulations. But after that, it's your watch. It is your watch. Wolf Watch Club has nothing to do with it after that.
I agree. They have not put any stipulations on what I do with the watch at all.
Right.
Which is nice. And I'm looking at the chat right now, and I'm looking at Mark Martin. He's now giving away his reference code to get money off your tickets, which I love.
Yep.
Well, he gets the bounce back. I wish I'd have thought of it.
So
Mark
here's
Martin
the thing.
is my hero.
When you purchase tickets at Wolf Watch Club, you get a code. Share that code with other people, and you get credits back that you can use in future Wolf Watch Club draws, like the ones going on right now. Do not sleep on this, guys. The person you give the code to also gets credit, so it's kind of a win-win for both of you guys. Now, it's funny, Linky, whenever I'm in here, Linky goes crazy because it's electric in this room. He never does this during like normal live streams on the Time Teller channel, but every Sunday he goes nuts. So, okay. The crazy thing that I was getting at is, yeah, you could flip these watches if you win. But I think I've heard it from now like 10 different winners. They're like, yeah, you couldn't pry this from my cold dead hands. This is going to be passed down to my children. Like, I'm not selling this watch. I'm not trading this watch because it's such an insane story. You put a couple bucks into a competition and you won a watch worth most of the time tens of thousands of dollars. Like, that's crazy, Mike.
Yeah, I agree. It's awesome.
So, okay, now, this is just for funsies for me. I have a question. If you could see any watch at all, be given up for a competition here at Wolf Watch Club, what in your wildest dreams would you like to see?
Vacheron Overseas.
Woo! My man! You already know, dude, you are a Time Teller viewer. I've always said that's the best luxury sports watch in the Holy Trinity, is the Vacheron Overseas. That's so funny, dude.
I agree. I love it.
I love it. And guess what? It's the last bastion of actual class because APs, mainstream. Nautilus, mainstream. Right? When I say AP, you know I mean Royal Oak. Royal Oak, mainstream. Nautilus, mainstream. You don't see anyone wearing Overseas unless it's like an if you know thing, right? Like if you come across someone wearing an Overseas, you're like, okay, this guy knows his stuff. So that's
one of the appeals for me is, to your point, the APs and the Pateks, everybody knows them, but you can put on your Vacheron and you'd probably be safe wearing it anywhere.
Dude, people just don't, especially like if you were wearing the Vacheron Overseas Everest. You know what I mean? Because
that Everest is amazing.
It's the best, and it doesn't even look like a quote luxury watch, right?
No.
Even though it's limited and like it's worth like $1 bajillion. It's insane to me that anyone actually bought that watch and would climb even a hill with that on their wrist, let alone Mount Everest. You know what I mean? That's insane. But, okay, we have only 12 tickets left. Guys, if you love me, okay, screw Wolf Watch Club. If you love me, help me sell this one out. How come other people get to sell it out when it's a midweek draw, but it doesn't sell out when the time teller hosts? That is not fair. Okay? It also doesn't make me look very good. I'm joking. But help me out here, guys. Share it with a friend. Your links go a long way. And you don't have to use those credits immediately. You can use them in a future draw, guys. So, again, you have 7 days and some change to enter for that Rolex Batgirl, which, Mike, you're hoping to get, right?
Yes.
And let's see, Tissot PRX, you got 3 days and some change for that stealth carbon. And then you only have 2 minutes and some change for this Pepsi. So guys, if you want the Tudor GMT, the Black Bay, this is the first Black Bay GMT, guys, then like you should pull the trigger on this. There's 2 minutes. I'm blabbering on, but there's not many to go. 9 tickets left, guys. Now, Wolf Watch Club has a question. Would you pay $100 a ticket for a Vacheron Constantin overseas? If yes, then you're going to want to comment. Rebecca says 100%. Mike says 100%. Here's the deal. You know what? Why don't we do this? If Wolf Watch Club does a competition for a Vacheron, I personally will enter. And I'll even film the process of myself entering. And we'll see. So, yeah, that would be insane. So, let's see the leaderboard here. Only 9 tickets. Guys, come on! 1 minute, 27 seconds left. Guys, please, let's sell this out. Help me sell this out. Do not miss out on this, guys. $20. Let's go. Leaderboard. LT from Newport Richie is winning at 35. DO from Peoria, 30 tickets. GL from Simi Valley, 25 tickets. Let's freaking go. Let's go. All right, guys. So, Mike, you still there with me?
I am, yes.
All right. So, give me a last kind of hope, wish, and a prayer for the competitors for this Pepsi with only 44 seconds left.
Well, you really can win. I think that's the answer. I'd almost given up. I tried a bunch of times, but I'm glad I kept my name in the hopper. And so if you haven't won yet, don't give up. It could be your turn next.
Awesome. Well, Mike, thank you for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it. And it's so funny. I've been under the weather. I've been going through it. But come Sunday, it's like I have new life breathed into me because we are 10 seconds away from figuring out who the heck is going to take this home. Mike, I will talk to you later. Congratulations again for your last week's win. Let's see if you win something this week.
Hey, have a great evening, Jory. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Take care.
All right, so it is over for the Tudor GMT Pepsi, the Black Bay. We are going to see now what is going to happen. I had a few other pages open just in case we had some time to talk. I'm going to be ranting about Seiko over on the Time Teller channel later, I guess, later on in the week. But here's the deal, guys. We are going to go over to randomdraws.com. You guys already know the deal. It's I do this every week, okay? So we're going to put Tudor, BB, GMT, Pepsi, and then Wolf Watch Club. So this is all random. It is not me. It is not Wolf Watch Club choosing. Standard draw. This is the exciting part. This is where we wait for a CSV file. This is a file that has compiled all the entries for this draw. Just going to wait for Wolf Watch Club to send it over. I got it. Downloading now. Okie dokie. I am uploading it. Okay, cool. So, this is what it looks like when the CSV is in here. This is a header row. We continue. We go. This is where we enter the prize. You can see all the former prizes. These dollars are the credits that we put in as well. Okay, so this is actually my favorite part because I get to put the name of the watch. So, one person wins this. Okay? But we don't stop there, guys, because Wolf Watch Club, as I said, is different than these other kind of nameless, faceless entities that try to do similar things. They also celebrate runners-up. So they want to give back to the people who have supported them, and I just need to make sure that I have the correct denomination of of money, because this is credits that you can use at wolfwatchclub.com for these future draws. And again, there's 2 draws going on right now for the Tissot, the Stealth PRX, and the Rolex Batgirl. I want to make sure I got all of that correct. Okay. And I am good to go on that. Cool. Okie dokie. Woohoo! This is going to be insane. Here we go. When do we want to do this draw? Immediately. Gabriel says, good luck, my fellow watch addicts. Man, it makes me log in every time. Okay, no, we're good. Here we go, guys. Now, what do I do every week? I edge you guys a little bit. Gooners unite. I'm going to press the green button. Once that happens, if you guys can guess who won before I can pull the screen away, who knows? I don't know. Maybe then you're Speedy freaking Gonzalez. All right, drum roll, please. Let's get this going. Woo! I don't think anybody was able to do it. I think I was fat. I think someone almost did it last week, but they spelt the name a little wrong. But I think I was faster than you. Okay. All right. Joshua Paul said certified Gooners. Let's go. Congratulations to Dawn Off, or Dawn Oaf. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's literally OFF. Congratulations, Dawn Off. You have won a $10 credit at Wolf Watch Club. Nicholas Litton, you have won a $10 credit at Wolf Watch Club. Adam Jakubowicz, another Polish person. So many Polish people enter this game. You've won a $10 credit at Wolf Watch Club. Tanner Smith, you have won a $10 credit at Wolf Watch Club. Roy Lamberson, congratulations, you've won a $10 credit at Wolf Watch Club. Luigi Castellino, who's actually an American. Congratulations, Luigi, you've won $10 credit at Wolf Watch Club. And Bradford Steele, the pastor of disaster, who I still think lives a second life and is an adult film star. You've won a $10 credit. Now, moving on to the top runners up. In third place, also Dawn Off. You've won $20 at Wolf Watch Club, so you're going home with $30 in credit. That's insane. And Lars Townsend in second place. Congratulations, brother. You have won $20 credit at Wolf Watch Club. Guys, use those. Use those, stack them with a referral code. You're getting money on top of money. This is not financial advice. I am legally obligated to tell you. Okay! Drum roll in the freaking chat. Are you ready? Did MM Good or MM Bad win? MM Bad being Mark Martin, MM Good being Mike McCown. Neither. Patrick Boo from Sweden, congratulations. You are going home with a Tudor Black Bay GMT Pepsi, and you don't even need to do anything because Wolf Watch Club will get a hold of you, immediately. So you don't even have to do anything. Congratulations to everyone who played. Congratulations to everyone who won, especially Patrick Boo from Sweden. That is awesome. That is awesome. Someone's yelling at me. Jory, did I do something wrong? I may have done something wrong, but I would have gotten a text, I feel like, if I did something wrong. But let me see. Because usually when Wolf Watch Club yells at me, they're like, hello. Now, I do know that I have something else to tell you guys as far as future. Mike McCown's in the chat. He says, way to go. Oh, Patrick, he was emailing me all week before buying tickets. That is insane. That is insane. So someone who was like really on top of the draw, who really wanted it, ended up winning. Well, them's the breaks, guys. Here's the thing. Like, you go here. This is what wigs me out. This is what wigs me out, okay? This is all random on randomdraws.com, and still, like, all the people that compete and enter, it's like all interwoven, like I don't know, I feel like the watches couldn't be going to better people. Do you know what I mean? Like all the winners have been so cool, all the competitors have been so cool, and it just makes me so happy. Again, I don't know Patrick Boo. He's from Sweden. He may be a follower of mine. He may not. He may have never heard of me. But I would be very excited to talk to him next week. And Wolf Watch Club is notifying us in the chat that he won with one ticket. One ticket. That is crazy. Guys, all you have to do is have one ticket to take it. I'm telling you. So, let me see. I actually know which watch is next, but I'm not going to tell you. Actually, I will tell you because it is here. I am so freaking stoked about this. A vintage 1970s Piaget Protocol. This watch is nutty. Because, yeah, there's like Wolf Watch Club. I'm the freaking time teller, okay? Vintage is my jam. I am telling you, vintage Piaget is like unobtainium, okay, in the watch world. What do I mean by that? I mean that vintage Piaget is, well, first of all, incredibly interesting, incredibly niche, but incredibly expensive. Vintage Piaget is more expensive than vintage Cartier. And these protocols are not only incredibly sought after, they are incredibly expensive. So even if you do one entry for $20 a pop, yo, Wolf Watch Club, let me enter this one. Vintage is absolutely my jam. You know, everyone has their own little niches in the watch hobby. For me, it is vintage, and there's just something about these. You know, it's almost like a Cartier tank, but a little more sexy, if that's even possible, because Cartier is, I think, like top 5 watchmakers of all time. Vintage Piaget is on another level. It's just insane. So let me know what you think about this in the chat, guys. Again, Wolf Watch Club would love to hear from you. I would love to hear from you. If you have any questions about how these competitions work, you can check Wolf Watch Club out at Wolf Watch Club over on Instagram. They're very quick to reply. You can message them over on their website, or you can even talk to me if you have questions, and I will make sure the questions get to the right people. This is insane. This is insane. Wolf Watch Club says, nope, no can do. So, guys, I'm not even allowed to play. It's an insane watch, guys. Do not miss out. Do not miss out on this. But if vintage isn't your jam, don't worry. The Stealth PRX is ready to rock, and the Rolex Batgirl is ready to rock. So you have multiple options, and I'm very excited to see who takes what. But with that being said, I'm going to sign off and take a break. Love you guys. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed. Thank you for playing. I will see you next week, same time, same place. And yeah, congratulations to